Okay, so now we're going to mathematically figure out how to find the mean. Now that we understand that the mean is evening out and sharing our data evenly, let's say this was a data set that we had. Maybe how many blue kits we have. I have 5 students in class, and these are the blue kits that they have collected. So our first person collected 4, 9, 3, 5, and 4. So again, we have 5 people, and this is how many blue kits they've collected. So we kind of need to put all the blue kits in one pot. So to do that, we first need to find the sum of our data. So I'm going to add these numbers together. And when I add these numbers together, I get 20. So I have 20 total blue kits. Now I need to redistribute these blue kits among the 5 people or among my 5 pieces of data. So my next set is to divide, and I'm going to divide 20 by 5. I have 5 pieces of data. That's how I determine what I divide by. 20 divided by 5 gives me 4, so that my mean number of blue kits collected would be 4. So again, we say the mean is 4. Typically, people call the mean the average, even though mathematically that's not quite correct, but that's what we consider to be the average. All right, so let's take a look at another one. Let's say, okay, so let's say that we have some quiz grades this time 90%, 85%, 80%, 100%. So again, what we're technically really doing is taking all of our percentages and putting them in one pot. So again, I am finding the sum of these numbers, and you are more than welcome to use a calculator to find this. And again, my sum is I am adding these numbers. So I would do 90 plus 85 plus 80 plus 100, and my sum is 355. My next thing is now I'm going to distribute that 355 among 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. So I distribute, which means I am going to divide my 355 among 4. Okay, it's okay if we don't get a whole number, and if you type into your calculator and get some crazy number where the decimal goes along, round to the nearest tenth is probably the best rule. So in this case, when I divide it out, I get 88.7%. It is not exact. It did end up going out to several decimals, but I rounded to 88.7. Now this makes sense too. I ask myself, does this make sense? I have a lot of people would give me the answer of 355. And bells should go off in your head saying, oops, I forgot to divide, because 355 is well above any of these numbers. Okay, my mean has to be within my range of 80 to 100. Okay, so my mean for this would be 88.7. My steps again, 90 plus 85 plus 80 plus 100, and then divide it by how many tests now I am splitting them between.